Hello there, and welcome to this hiding edition of the cooking show. This is for you guys at home. You shitty cooks at home need to not be so shitty in the kitchen. Here we are, cooking it! Cooking up a storm today! Oh, I'm sweating and I'm just greasy, man! Wait a sec, let me check what we got going on here. Yeah, just double check. We're super greasy today, bud. Oh, look onto it. We've got a wonderful show for you. I don't know if you're going to be able to contain yourself when you see how wonderful it's going to be. Maybe tonight, I don't know. I'm not sure what's really going on. I think wife might get a pass on putting together the desk, but she ain't getting a pass on sex night. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean, fellas? Most of you fellas that talk like that probably don't have a clue what I mean. You're never getting sex because you talk like that, number one. Number two, you can't get it up. Number three, you can't get it up. And then there's more stuff too, but you're just sour. That's probably the most biggest thing. You can't get it up, buddy. I'm going to do a sex education video for all you trailer park trashos. We're going to go through I'm going to explain, I'm going to draw a picture of every animal you eat, and then circle it back to your tiny wham. You can't get hard. And that's going to be the cause, your root cause, your entirety of the situation. But for now, let me just say, oh, I'm having some one of these things here. Go vegan, no meat. I like to joke around, but I'm pretty good at it now. I figured out how to get at you fellas out there. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Shut up. And I tell you just straight up, listen up here, bud. But for now, oh my goodness, guess what time it is, Bonnie? You guessed it. It's time for hot chocolate. Oh, if you guessed double chocolate vegan crunch or something. Double Dutch dark chocolate, premium hot chocolate, dairy-free, plant-based, vegan, gluten-free. If you can say that 10 times, what, were you waiting for me to say something? I don't know. What? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. So here we are. One little, two little, three little coconuts, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little coconuts, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little, damn little, fine looking coconuts. Here we go. I'm going to use one of these then. I don't have much for options. I've always been a big fan of the paper kind. Wow, just boom, I put it in there and it just boom right out of there. So let's try this again. This is my utensil for this. This is my utensil for that. I've made dessert off to the side here. Yes, I'll show you. Oh my goodness, this is for a few different people, but ooh. Sometimes it's nice to just make sure somebody gets a taste of something that you made, put love into. It doesn't have to be a big portion, you know? Man, this one has this. I want to put it down. I don't want to talk by it. Open. One. Oh, I gotta do that again. I wonder, I can probably use this Totally. So yeah, if you don't have parts, you can use this. I forgot I could have used this. I would have used this instead. There we go. Oh, did you see that? Right as she went. Eyes in the back of my head. I just felt it. My spidey senses were tingling. Did you see me work in the stove? I'm like, was it the vegan chicken calling out to me? No, it was the juicy golden brown O-rings in there. Can you saunt the daunt? Probably not. You probably can't saunt that very good, can you? You're just going to keep the door closed, finish that off with residual. Right here we've made the vegan creamiest hot cup of double vegan chocolate cocoa, dairy-free, plant-based, gluten-free. I did it. You ever did see. I like to always do cocoa with a, and be gentle when you're stirring in a hot jar or anything. Always mind your manners, boys. Now don't stir too fast or anything. Look how dark and chocolatey it gets, and I still haven't even got it all yet. You see that? Very rich. A beautiful word to describe these. Rich, bold, absolutely gorgeous. Super beauties. That's super beauty status right there. Okay? Now here we are. We're going over to something over here. Let's get some of this in there. And then I'm going to do a couple more of these. Probably 3 more. So I want to make sure I give one to my ma. My mother and ma. And then probably give one to somebody else that I care about. So let's see. It's not going to be like the most unreal, but what it is it's a very nice late Easter treat. Oh, I'm going to be doing Easter treats like this forever. I'm going to be making sure I might go into business for Easter. I think there's something there. I think I can make Easter work. I think there's not enough businesses that do Easter. I'm going to hop on it. I got a real twist on Easter that I think is awesome. Did you know bunnies are the least protected or even cared for creature on Earth? There's no laws that help bunnies anywhere in the world. Very sad. It's very sad. All over the world, people talk about how they, do things, and everybody talks about how they shot a bunny or something. Or maybe you don't, because you look at it and go, oh my God, what have I done? Like this tiny little thing. But it's sad either way. If you recognize what you did, it's even sadder when you don't, because it means you're an awful person, right? All right, here we are. We've got these wondrous vegan plant-based chicken. If vegan scares people because you had some shitty vegan food from your life, you got a relative who's less than copacetic. I get it. I mean, I don't know too many weird vegans, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I think I'm the only one. I really do. I think I'm the only one giving vegans a bad name. And with the number of people the vegan community is growing fast. As much damage as I can do to the vegan community in a year on YouTube, which is very little. I mean, if you really think about it. Like, there's like some old dudes are salty and still eating their horrible steaks that are giving them butt cancer and all these other things. So, you think about it. I tried to help as many people as I could, but I'm gonna kind of not tone down the vegan talk, just maybe I'm definitely going to use the word plant-based almost entirely from now on. And I'm just going to say what I'm eating. You know, blueberries, bananas, mega greens, coconut-based yogurt, coconut plant-based yogurt. I'll say that so there's no question. But is there milk in there plus the? I'll be like, no, you dick. It's all plant-based. Dairy-free. I'll use words like that when we're talking about yogurt. I'll say plant-based coconut yogurt that is dairy-free. So I'll incorporate that into the. It's just the wording, eh? And so what happened was is we had the wording went stale, like it was just overused, and there were no creators. Like it's actually like, what the hell were people doing for 40 years? Seriously, the amount of artists that there are in the world, there are very few. Like I'm not talking about an artist who paints a picture anymore either. Great on you if you can draw. Great on you. Have you drawn any you know, any schematics for any buildings? You know, like that's what you should be doing if you care about like environmental, you know, ways to come at that artistically, right? But drawing a painting has zero effect on, seriously, unless of course the painting is drawn by someone who is then inflated by the media, and then the painting is sold at auction to the media's owner, which is the person who entirely intended for this to happen in the first place, and then it self-inflates the price at Sobeys auction or whatever the word is. I said it incorrectly on purpose, but you can't be that stupid. So you know, this is how the world works, right? So you look at the things that are people want to strive to be. It's an artist that sells paintings for millions. What a, like, honestly, what a fucking greed-driven dream do you have, right? So plants and you know, influencing, you know, the not taking of lives, and not farming cattle and livestock over farming carrots and potatoes, or you know, lentils and mushrooms and legumes and mung beans and whatever else you can think of, right? You know, it would be a much better beneficial plant or crop or farm to have, right? So, oof, so many people have it all ass backwards, you know, so ass backwards. And there's nothing most of you can do about it. The one you really see, the ones that recognize that maybe their parents lied to them the whole time they've been on this earth, or maybe you notice, they notice that somebody has, you know, benefited health wise, or you know, maybe they found their true calling, or they were actually happy and you could see it in them, and you're like, oh, I envy that person's daily happiness, right? Well, try changing, you know, the path that you're on. It is hard to do, but if you can inch your way towards, not success, but you can inch your way towards what makes you happy over a decade, you know, like maybe 2 decades, but over a long period of time, you can inch your way to a better world for you, and what you feel matters, right? I don't like farming and stuff like that of livestock. I think it's a horrible. There's a lot of stuff that you'll never hear them talk about, or they would never admit that they do on the daily, and that's like kicking animals and, yeah, pitchforking them. Like, it's disgusting. The pigs, and it doesn't stop at pigs, you know, fish. You eat fish, you're supporting the mentality that vegan lifestyle doesn't matter. And I'll explain. Do you think fish are any different? Do you think they don't have kids, right? A wife, a husband, a son, a daughter, a mother, a father that, wants to see them later on in the day. But how can they when you've chopped them up into pieces and fried them in butter, coated in breadcrumbs, and you're eating it at 6 p.m. instead of, them having their time together at 6 p.m. that was supposed to happen. And like, I always wonder, like, honestly, I'm like, wonder if the fish ever miss, their spouse, or did they like just like, oh, they must have got eaten and they take off. I bet you they totally miss them, eh? So all the grief that, fishermen cause, and those who eat fish, so there's a lot of things I'll be, explaining on a special video where I can, quickly post in the chat and say, go check this video out, this will explain, and whatever allotted time I decide to make the video length, or if it's a 17 fucking episode video, you better go watch every one and like every one, or I won't like you, and I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna say, if you come in here and you want to hang out with me, go check out these videos. I want to see some traction under more videos than my fucking stupid sleep streams, or just a bunch of nonsense that's on the internet that mindless buffoons can't wait to watch for hours. It's just disgusting. So, and your favorite online streaming platform, or you should be watching an hour of that a week at best, maybe 2 hours a week, because it's shit. I mean, it really is. It's a load of crap 90% of the time. I always find there's a lot of propaganda, even within, the online, an organization that pretends as though they are good. They just collect a lot of followers or whatever, and then probably blacklist the entire bunch of you at some degree anyway. But they would be collecting that data to show how much, because inside, so what you don't understand is when that page of 500,000 shows a video or a picture of then another organization, they hashtag and say, look how bad this is, right? Now, I'm not saying they do it to themselves, but their competitors absolutely will jump on, Burger King will jump on the bandwagon if there's a video out there about McDonald's farms kicking cows, right? Like, you guys, most of you are way too stupid to even recognize what, like, online wars actually, how they're waged now. It's a competition between brands, right? Who's got the best brand? Well, they recognize they can't compete with. I mean, I'm not going to get into it too much, especially since I get the inside of it, and fuck, 90% don't even have a clue. There's innovators, and there's interrupters, and there's disruptors, and which one are you, is all I'll ask. Which one are you? I highly doubt any of you are going to say any of those three.